RBIs, and certainly, in my opinion, Boone should be the starting catcher in the National League. And the same thing in the American League. As great as Carlton Fisk has been, the All-Star game is supposed to be this season. What a player has done from April to July. And Thurman Munson, offensively, has played better than Carlton Fisk.
I got to tell you, I've seen a lot of ball games played, and I've caught a few. I don't think I've ever seen a pitcher this keyed up in the ninth inning of a ball game, or all through the ball game. You'd think this guy would be running out of gas by now, or starting to get down a little bit. But he is just starting to heat it up.
What's getting me is he's giving me duck bumps, and I've watched over 8,000 ball games.
The fans are cheering, let's go, Mark. Here's Hendricks. 2 outs. A ball to Hendricks. Campbell at first. The Tigers lead 5-1. And here comes Fidrych off the mound. He's saying, settle down, Paul. Listen to the fans. Let's go, Mark.
All right, just settle down. Settle down. Give me that ball.
2 balls inside, ball 3, and Fidrych, who has not walked the batter.
You know, Warner, you look at him now. We've said he's been keyed up all night, but he might be getting a little too high right now.
So Mark Fidrych thanking his teammates. Look at that. He's thanking his teammates. He's thanking the umpires, everybody, the ground crew. And the fans want him to come back. The fans are calling for him to come back. So Mark Fidrych, possibly the all-star pitcher, with a record of 8-1, 8 complete games, stops the Yankees' winning streak at 5. The fans are not going to stop until Fidrych comes back out. They want him to come out and tip his hat.
You don't know where he's going.
Listen to him. We want Mark. He's got to come back. Come on, Mark. Nobody has left the ballpark.
This place is dammed up full. I cannot believe this.
I'll tell you this. The Tigers better promote 5 days in advance every time Fidrych is going to pitch, because that's an extra 30,000 fans in the ballpark. The clubhouse attendant just ran into the dugout to have Fidrych come back. And if he comes back, you'll hear it.
You know, Warner, he's beaten Cleveland, Milwaukee, Texas, California, Kansas City, Minnesota, Boston. New York now becomes the 8th ball club he has beaten. He's won 7 in a row. The last game he lost, Boston beat him behind Luis Tiant, 2-0 back on the 25th of May. They got to be in love with this young man, no question about it.
I'll tell you, he has won this town. 21-year-old Mark Fidrych from Worcester, Mass. And here he comes! Here he comes!
Oh, this is unbelievable.
He loves him! Look at that! Shaking the policeman's hand! Look at that! This kid is terrific!
In my life, I've been in baseball 35 years. I have never in my life ever seen anything to equal this. The closest was when Dale Long hit a home run. Why wouldn't he cry?
He's so happy. Look at this!
All right, Bob Uecker is going to go on down to try to get an interview lined up, and we'll hold it up here, Warner. We can go over some other scores, but the only other thing I've ever seen approaching this was when Dale Long hit a home run off Carl Erskine of the Dodgers, and they brought him out. It was the 7th or 8th home run in a row, and the people are still standing here, but never have I seen a ball player brought back out like this one. They win it by a score.
But he wins the game. And now Bob Uecker in the Tiger dugout with winning pitcher Mark Fidrych. Bob?
In the ninth inning of the ball game, Mark, you're so sky high in the ninth inning of the ball game through the early part of the ball game. These tough left-handed hitters with New York, a very short porch here in right field in Detroit, but yet you came inside. You kept pitching inside on the Yankees.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it was working, so you just keep on coming when it works. And like that one guy that lefty burnt me, I came outside on him, and he pulled the thing way out there, you know. And then that was the only hit he got off me after that, but damn, that was great. You know, I couldn't ask for anything more. I don't know how to talk.
You know, Bruce Kim has done a lot of catching for you, Mark. Is there a thing going now with you and Bruce Kim? Is he going to be your man now every time you start?
I couldn't answer that question. All I can say is when you're hot with someone, you know, you keep that, you know, thing going, right? So him and I are hot, so why not, you know, keep it going like that? I don't know. I know I'm confident pitching against Bill and John, too, you know? So that doesn't come into my mind because he's the only catcher I'm ever going to have. No. You know, everyone's caught me before. So what the heck? What can I do?
You know, when we watch you, Mark, we watch you tonight, patting the mound, talking to the ball, it looks like, or talking about location. Is that what you're doing out there?
Well, when I pat the mound, I'm just keeping it so I don't, you know, get in that guy's run. I want to dig my own hole and my own landing point and all that because I have my own thing. And then I'm just getting myself psyched, telling it, don't let up now. Just throw it as hard as you can, as hard as you can. And if they burn you, they burn you. That's, you know, life. But I lucked out tonight, and I had the great D behind me in the runs, too.
I tell you didn't luck out tonight. You were outstanding all night long. You threw the ball. We had you clocked tonight. You're throwing the ball 93 miles an hour in the ninth inning, just about the same you were in the early part of the ball game.
Well, life, yes. I don't know how to answer that. I never had a time before in my life. That's the first time anyone's ever timed my ball.
What about when you're talking out there, Mark, all the time? When maybe you miss with a pitch and now you start talking. Are you talking about location?
I'm saying, like, well, I stood up on that pitch. I dropped my elbow. I did this. I did that. Because I can feel when I let the ball go. I can feel. I know it's going to come up. Go, you know, where it's going to go. I can feel if I drop my arm and do all that stuff. So I'm telling myself now, just flow and keep it normal like you're supposed to do and think where you're going to throw that pitch. That's all I want to do, you know?
You know, you found a home here in Detroit. You got these fans here tonight. They have been outstanding. You know, I've never seen a ball game like this, Mark. You know, in the ninth inning of this ball game tonight, nobody had left this ballpark.
That's because we were winning. You know? I mean, these guys are doing it all. You know? I love it.
I got to ask you one thing. Have you ever heard a more emotional response from a crowd than we had here tonight?
Well, I never played under this many people before in my life. In the minors, you get, you know, 2,000. But that 2,000 is cheering hard, too, you know, to make it sound like 2,000. But when you get the house packed, we wanted to do good, and we did. We responded to the crowd, you know what I mean?
You said you did this in the minor leagues, too, Mark. I mean, this isn't just a thing that has started now in the major leagues. You did it all the time, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I've done this ever since I've been pitching. Keep my mind in the game. Cut.
All right, that's our man, Mark Fidrych, tonight. We'll be back with more right after this.